Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to End of Day Update. I was traveling for last couple of days, so couldn't record daily videos, but I'm back. And look at this profit. Look at this indicator. Red lines are the sell lines, green lines are the buy lines. This is for day trader, only 1 day analysis. And long-term analysis I will do in a bit. But you can see how nicely S&P 500, US 500 is live S&P 500 futures. Red line sell, short to the buy zone. Short easy 0.68, then we buy. You can see green line touch, buy, green line touch, buy, green line touch, buy. How many times you can make profit? And look where we ended up. Last green line touch to 0.72% profit. If you're day traded, every touch of this green line you can sell or you can buy. Okay, 0.3% here, you sell in neutral zone, again you buy from green line, 0.3% again, then you sell, then you again wait for green line to touch and then buy. You can wait, go till neutral line, and then again you can see here easy profits on S&P 500. All right, or if you don't want to do like quick moves, just wait for green line touch. Even on the first green line touch here, if you bought it, and you can see where we ended up. As the closer we get to red line, you sell easy 0.57% profits here. Look at CP rail. When I left, I was telling you I was buying CP rail. Why? Because it's in the buy zone. This is a no-brainer zone, guys. This is no-brainer zone. Look what happened from the buy zone between second and third deviation. This is like close your eyes and buy any stock which falls here. All right, from here to the red line where we are right now, 4.28%. This is what I made profit, and I sold it today because it touched the red line. Very nice profits here. Show you Bitcoin live market right now. Look at this. Look at this. Very nicely sold from red line. Okay, and then we here we bought again on green line, sell on the red line, and now we are again buying here. So as of right now, we bought here, and on the neutral line, 0.74%. I'm going to sell when it touches red line, which is around 38,081. Okay, so look at Palladium. If you remember my last video, I said Palladium is in the buy zone. You should be buying here, and even soybeans. You can see soybeans here. If you watch my videos a couple of days ago, look soybean where it came to no-brainer buy zone between second and third deviation. I shared this with my subscribers. This is a no-brainer buy. You buy soybeans here and you sell on the red line. 1.86% profit. Wheat, I did a detailed analysis. Go check my videos from, I think it was on Monday, I believe. I told you it's in the buy zone. I gave you a weekly and a monthly chart. Let's go to weekly. One of the subscribers asked me to review wheat, and I did this. And let's go back here. And you can see I was telling I reviewed wheat futures with that person, and it's here. I showed it to everybody. Go check my analysis. I said this is the buy zone, guys. Look at this zone. This was resistance, and we came back to the buy zone. This is where you should be looking to buy. And then short term, look at the zones. Look at how much profit wheat made. If I zoom out a bit, you can see here, came to the no-brainer buy zone here between second and third deviation. No-brainer. When it comes here, you don't think, you just buy. From here to up, almost 5.5% profits on wheat. And where it is right now, he's still going up. This is not where you buy. You wait. You take profits here. If you're being wheat, look to take profits here. This is the time to short wheat. Look at corn. Look at corn. Came to no-brainer buy zone, and look what happened after here. Unbelievable buy. And let's see where we are now with Palladium. This is the latest one. Look what happened on Palladium. It's in the buy zone, and you can see it's bouncing now, touching the buy zone and bouncing, and still coming back. So if it falls here and between 998, you look to buy. Keep scrolling. Okay, where we are now as of today. Let's look at today. Tesla. No-brainer buy zone. It's still in the buy zone. This is why you want to buy Tesla. Look at this. Tesla came to 232. If you buy here, it's bouncing and still going to bounce. Okay, it's going to bounce around 4%. It's going to go to 241. This is not where you short Tesla. This is where you buy Tesla. Look at Google. No-brainer buy zone between second and third deviation. You buy Google. This is where you want to buy Google, not short Google. This is a day trade chart, guys. I want to be careful, very careful. This is for short-term bounce. As soon as you take profit, 1%, 0.5%, you exit. Okay, I will do a long-term analysis in a bit, but you can see Meta is no-brainer buy zone, and NVDA no-brainer buy zone. You buy here. AMD no-brainer buy zone. You buy here. All right. And let's quickly look at what else is here. Walmart, I think you can see Walmart after earnings. Look what happened after earnings on Walmart. Came to no-brainer buy zone again. Here, Walmart was in the buy zone. Nicely hit it after earnings, dumped to no-brainer buy zone. Where it is right now, as of today, it's bouncing. So do you have to wait for Walmart? You miss opportunity on Walmart. You don't buy here. Let's look at some of the banks. Pfizer. Let's look at Pfizer. You can see it came to buy zone and bounce. Look at UNH yesterday or day before. Look at this, came to no-brainer buy zone, and look what happened today. This is the biggest healthcare provider for insurance, 5.5% bounce on UNH. Let's look at some of these banks. TD had an earnings, and look what happened. It dumped to second standard deviation and then bounce. Look at Bank of Nova Scotia after earnings, 4.5% dump, fell below third standard deviation. This was a no-brainer buy, and look what happened from there, 7.5% buy. Unbelievable profits, guys, unbelievable profits. All right, and I will show you something else. I will show you Hang Seng Index, where it is right now. You can see today it came to the buy zone and bouncing, so it's very close to buy zone. So anyhow, overall, look at natural gas touching buy zone from last couple of days, touching buy zone. This is where you want to buy natural gas. Right now it's in the neutral zone, so you don't want to buy natural gas here. You have to wait for it to fall. Anyhow, so my point is, we made massive profits. You can see Nasdaq 100 came to no-brainer buy zone today. This is live futures between second and third deviation. You buy here, and then it bounced, came to the neutral zone, and you sell. So if you buy in the buy zone, you just sell as it approaches neutral zone or the sell zone. So you take profits, 0.82% profit. People think it's going to go down, down, down. No, when it goes in the buy zone, you buy. You don't short. You short when it's in the sell zone, not here. All right. Anyhow, so this is how we treat, and it's very easy to make profits, 1% every day, 1 to 2%, depending on the stocks you buy. So anyhow, if you like this content, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I share these videos, these charts, pictures with my subscribers. There's a Discord group you can join. There's a link in the description. And yeah, I share daily analysis there, zones in the morning. That will be very helpful for you guys. Okay, so, and also it's free, and there's also a member, special member. If you join as a member, let me know, and I will provide you access to the daily members only section as well. Anyhow, okay, so let's do an analysis on a daily chart. So let's start with the S&P 500. Let's go to SPY, and let's go there, and you can see what's happening here. This is my projection, and you can see what's going on. SPY still did not make a new high. I will show it on triple Qs, but you can see light green, background light green. This is not where you want to buy S&P 500. This is where you want to sell S&P 500. You buy S&P 500 when the light red background is there. Okay, very overbought. Okay, big gaps. All these green lines are the gaps to fill. Okay, why do you want to buy this? You know these gaps will fill eventually. I don't know when, but it will. So look to take profits. It can surely it can go a little bit more higher, but this is not the time you buy. Why? Because you can see green line. This is PPO is about to cross red line. It still did not do. And then RSI. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see we're making new highs, and you can see what's happening on S&P 500. SPY divergence. What divergence means? Divergence means price is making higher high. RSI is making lower high. PPO, this is PPO indicator. Same thing, PPO is making lower high. There's a divergence. So these are momentum indicators. So price is going higher with lower momentum on RSI and PPO. So you got to be very careful here, guys. So that means it's diverging. What do you want to see? You want to see opposite. Okay, you want to see like this. What happened here? You can see here. For an example, okay, price was making lower low. See what's happening on RSI. RSI is making higher high. PPO is making higher high. Price is making lower low. Momentum is building higher. These are the ways you can think of a reversal. You can plan for reversal. Okay, when you see these are happening, and you can see RSI is going higher, this is where you want to buy. Yeah, and when you see opposite, you want to sell. So you have to sell here, guys. So be careful. All these green lines are the gaps to fill. 90% of the times gaps do get filled. Why you want to buy here when you know eventually one day it will be here, fill this gap, 440? Why you want to buy? Why you want to wait for another 1% profit? And at minimum, when you know it's going to go and fill this gap. All right, so be very careful here. Triple Qs. You can see same thing. Green line is about to cross red line, and I'll show you some of the big stocks, FANG stocks. It already crossed. So it's a very, very bearish signal. But again, on triple Qs, a gap here, same story here. When I go to 1 hour chart, same thing, price is making higher high, PPO is making lower high, our momentum indicator, PPO and RSI making lower high. And actually on a bigger time frame, you can see price made a new high. This is a new high, and you can see what's happening on RSI. Even on daily chart, we are having lower momentum now. RSI has divergence, even PPO has divergence, and you can see here, even on a higher time frame, divergences are happening. Be very careful, guys. Very, very careful here, okay? You don't want to buy here. If you want to buy, like I showed you on my at the beginning of other indicator, you just buy quickly for day trades only, okay? You don't buy for long trade, all right? So be very, very careful here. So yeah, so triple Qs also be careful. Look at Dow Jones. Let's go to DIA ETF. Where did it go? Let me quickly find it. Here you go. This is Dow Jones. Broke out. Actually, I did not, I don't do Dow Jones a lot, but looks like a gap up. So there's another gap now created. So let's go to horizontal line. Oh, there is a gap here. All right. So never mind. I have that already marked here. So let's go to daily chart. You can see Dow Jones has a gap up and Dow Jones, there's no divergence on Dow Jones. So Dow Jones is different than other indices. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Do we see any divergence on 1 hour chart? Yeah. So 1 hour chart has divergence. Daily chart has no divergence. You can see here 1 hour chart has divergence here. PPO and RSI is making lower high and RSI is breaking out. Okay. So the stock is breaking out. So be careful here. You don't want to buy. You can see it's RSI so overbought. Okay, do not buy here. You buy when it's red. Not you don't buy when it's green. You sell when it's green. IWM, it's a different beast, but you can see all these gaps to be filled. Okay, you can see all the way here. Eventually they will be filled. Don't take any risk. Okay, guys, be very, very careful. All right, and gold. You can see very nicely broke out, back test going higher. No divergence yet. Okay, so RSI is little bit of divergence, new high. PPO also has a little bit of divergence, but if gold keeps going higher, if it keeps going higher, this will be erased. Okay, divergence will be erased. But short term, you can see gold also is very, very overbought. There's a gap here. This purple line is a big gap, so be very careful. All right, it could come there at some point. I don't know when, but some point it will come and do it. Silver. Silver has no divergence. You can say it make new high. PPO is also looking good, so no divergence, but you can see short term also very, very overbought. Sorry, be careful here on silver. Crude oil. Let's see what's happening here. I don't see any divergence yet. So crude oil can come lower. There's a support around 73. If this breaks, there's going to be another support around 65. All right. Natural gas in the support zone broke below this trend line. So I'm not interested in natural gas. In order to buy, I have to draw a trend line. So I have to do something like this. I have to wait for a breakout of this trend line. All right, you can go to 1 hour chart to get a buy signal. You have to wait now for this trend line to break. All right, so I don't want to be buying natural gas blindly here because it's very, very volatile, and seasonality wise it's not a bullish chart yet. But you can see, do we see any divergence? You can see it made a double bottom, higher momentum on. You can see here new low here or equal low. RSI is making higher high. PPO's made a higher high. So short term it's making a divergence, and let's see long term daily chart. I don't see any divergence. There's no reversal yet. I want to see reversals forming. You can see what's happening here. What I mean by that, you can see prices making lower low with divergence on RSI and PPO. I want to see something like that. So I'm not going to buy natural gas here. I'll wait for some bullish momentum. Okay. Bitcoin daily chart. What's going on? New highs. Okay, same thing. Lower momentum. You can see RSI lower low, PPO lower low, and green line is below red line. So even Bitcoin can chop around here, but I want to see a breakdown. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin futures, BTC futures. Let me find where it is. Here you go. Let's go to 1 hour chart and see if there is. Okay, so you can see this. There was a gap down. This gap was filled, so it went up to fill the gap. So no questions here. And why did I have this green line? I did not update it. So there must be a reason I have this green line, but I don't see any gaps here on this green line. So I will delete this. So there's no gap here. And now there is a gap here. So let's go back to daily chart. You can see on Bitcoin futures, now there's a gap here all the way down. to 34,165, and then there's another massive gap here, and there's also a trend line here around 29,760. You can see RSI, red sell signal, lower momentum, price going higher. PPO, green line is below red line, so I'm not going to buy until I see either a green line, green dot, or green line goes above red line. So this is not where I want to buy. This is a near resistance. You sell near resistance, you don't buy. You wait for a dip, buy the dip. So right now I'm not interested in Bitcoin. Ethereum, let's go to 1 hour chart. This is a gap, so it can still go and fill this gap around 2140. Ethereum is a bit different than Bitcoin. And again, this green line, looks like there was a gap, so we can delete this. This gap is filled. Now there's another gap here, big gap around 1850. So let's go back to daily chart. Same thing, Ethereum higher high with lower momentum on PPO and RSI. So be very careful. I'm not going to be bullish here. I won't be buying Ethereum or crypto here. I'll wait for a dip. All right. And let's keep going. Now let's quickly look at Toronto Stock Exchange. Nice move, but there's a gap here. Maybe it wants to fill that gap before it wants to go down. That's possible, but there's a gap here. It will eventually come here to fill that. Hang Seng Index, China. Broke this trend line. Okay, there was this trend line, it's broken, so it's gone. So rip. Now what's happening here? Now we are in a little bit of support area, I think. So what we can do is we can draw a box here. You can see this whole area, a little bit of support here, right? You can see support here, and you can see we made equal triple bottoms, equal lows with higher momentum. So these are the China is where you want to be looking to buy. Okay, this is how you want to check what to buy. Higher momentum on RSI, higher momentum on PPO. You can see here PPO is making higher high here. You can see here. So this is where you want to be. These are the stocks you want to keep an eye, and these are the ones you want to see. How do you trade this? You wait for a breakout. Okay, you go to 1 hour chart, wait for a breakout of, you can draw a trend line like this. All right. Okay, wait for a breakout of this trend line before you buy China. Don't just buy it. Having a momentum, higher momentum, doesn't mean that you can buy it. All right, you have to wait for a breakout before you can buy this one. Okay, so be a bit careful here. All right. Let me see what's this. Okay, this was just a reset of chart view. I don't know what that is. All right, so so Hang Seng Index looking good. Keep an eye. Bond market breaking out. So very good. New development. So this became support now. So this whole area is support. All right. This was a big resistance before. So bond market is looking good. Broke out of this trend line. You can see this dotted line broke out, backtest going higher. Very good news for bond market. For retirees, good news. All right. Copper, buy the dip. Just going higher. Look to buy the dip. Nothing changed. Palladium, big resistance here. So this area of 1139 is a bit of resistance, trying to recover, but it started making lower high, red dot today, so a bit careful. But this is in the buy zone. This is where you want to accumulate this is an accumulation zone before it breaks out. Soybeans came to the buy zone, and I shared with you I think a couple of days ago, last video, that this is where you want to buy soybeans. Coming down again, so if it comes back in this box, look to buy it. All right. Wheat, again, you can see massive bounce from the buy zone. From the buy zone, I made a video this day, Monday, and since that day, it bounced 7%. So people will be very happy with wheat. So congratulations who took my advice and held their nerves. Corn, look what's happening. Made a new low, but on higher momentum, and we got a buy dot today on corn, and you can see green line is trying to go above red line, which is very good news. Okay, this is where you want to buy corn. Sugar, you can see nothing changed. I have this trend line and I have this arrow. I did not change anything. Look where it ended, right on this trend line. Amazing, amazing, amazing moves. You can see this is not a what you say coincidence. Okay, I have this trend line for so long, 3% down, and this is right on support. This is where you want to buy. Okay, you want to buy on support. So congratulations who waited. Now this is where you should be looking to buy. All right. Let's keep moving. Tesla. All right, there's a gap here on Tesla, so I'm looking for that gap fill, and yeah, down 1%, but I won't be buying until I see this gap. There's no other gap. There are two other gaps at the bottom, but for now, at minimum, I want this gap. 244.24 is my target. From here to that target, I'm looking for another 6.5% move. If that happens, I'll be looking to buy there. Apple, You can see we got a red sell signal yesterday, and green line is, if I zoom in, green line is, let me bring this up. Green line is going below red line, which is a bearish indication. And this is just a start, although it's green, but not a good news. All right. Looking for these green lines gap fills, okay, before it can go higher. Netflix, again, green line is below red line. Did not get a red sell dot, but you can see light green RSI very, very overbought. So be very, very careful on Netflix. And also you can see divergence. You can see divergence is new high. Prices making equal high or new high with RSI making lower high, PPO making lower high. So this is opposite of what you see in the downtrend, even on Apple. No, Apple did not. Okay, actually, Apple, you can see here, no divergence. Okay, so Apple did not make any highs. But let's see, Microsoft. Microsoft got also a red signal here, red dot here. Green line is below red line. Be very careful. Couple of gaps to fill. I think all big stocks are looking weak. Google also, you can see massive sell signal, red dot. Green line is trying to go below red line. Be careful here. Meta, Facebook, same thing. Red dot, sell signal, green line is below red line. So be very careful. Amazon, red dot again. All these big stocks are getting red dot. Snowflakes had a earning massive bounce, but already very, very overbought. Look for these gaps to fill to the downside. NVDA. Green dot happened on 24th of November. Red line is above green line. Bearish, bearish, bearish pressure. AMD, red dot. You can see we're getting red dot everywhere, all right? And there are multiple gaps to fill on all these big tech stocks. So be very careful. Do not be blindly buying. Wait for a dip. Wait for a pullback before it goes higher, all right? Newmont Mine consolidating. This is not valid now, but there are still a couple of gaps. You have to make your decision. Gold miners, I haven't updated this for a while, but there are a couple of gaps. If all stocks go down, gold miners will also go down with them. All right. XLK, again, green line, very, very overbought. You have to wait for a pullback. You just be patient. Green line is going above, below red line. XLE coming to the buy zone, support zone. So wait for another dip to buy again. Healthcare stocks, massive bounce. Healthcare is looking different than other stocks, so there's still room to go higher on healthcare. XLU utility stock, again losing momentum. No divergence yet, so but be careful, there are a couple of gaps down to fill. Industrial stocks, again massive bounce, but still there are a couple of gaps to fill, so be very careful here. Real estate, again, XLRE, a couple of gaps to fill to the downside, so be careful. No divergence yet, but you can see RSI start to show light green color there. So overbought. Short-term financials, new high with very, very oversold condition. No divergence yet, so still it can go higher, sure, but you can see there are many gaps now left. All right, there are many gaps on financials, so look to take profits here, guys. KRE, regional bank ETF, also there are a couple of gaps, so look to be a bit careful. Shopify, let it load. Shopify is also very, very overbought. You can see all tech stocks are very, very overbought. Okay, so be very careful. Look and wait for the dip. All right, and Pfizer is something you can see very close to the new lows. There's a gap to fill. If it comes to around 29, look to buy again. You can see Pfizer making new lows with higher momentum now. Now started to develop on RSI. RSI making higher high, PPO making higher high. These are the stocks you want to buy and need to buy. You draw a trend line like this, wait for a break of a trend line, okay? Wait for a break of this, and that will be a buy signal. It's right there right now, okay? Just stopped it. If it breaks out, look to buy it there, all right? And yeah, that's about it for now. Again, hopefully, oh, VIX is making a new low, and RSI did not make any divergence. So actually there is a bit of divergence. You can see here new low, and RSI is making higher high, and PPO is also making higher high here. All right. Sorry, this indicator, if I zoom in, you can see here from here to here, higher high. So VIX is building momentum, and then Also, you can see coming close to a cycle low. So be very careful if VIX bounce from here. That means that's bad for stock market. So if VIX bounce, that means we could get this dip, which I'm expecting on SPY and triple Qs, and that gap fill is where I will be looking to buy again. Alright guys, hopefully this is helpful, and if you like the content, please hit the like button on your way out and share this channel with your friends and family, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one guys. Bye.